you ever feel like something is changing? Not just in the outside world, but deep within yourself? A sudden pull toward a deeper meaning, a dissatisfaction with everyday life, or a curiosity to understand truths beyond what we've been taught? In this fast-paced age, millions of people around the world are experiencing a phenomenon called spiritual awakening. But what is this phenomenon? Is it just a new trend, or a fundamental shift in humanity's consciousness? Many videos and articles cover its signs and symptoms, but we're going to go further today. We're going to tell you the untold truths behind this awakening, why it's happening at this particular time, and how you can walk this transformative journey with full awareness and true power. This video will not only transform your understanding of spiritual awakening, it will give you practical and profound tools that you won't find anywhere else. Are you ready to reveal the secret of your greatest inner transformation? What is spiritual awakening? Beyond superficial definitions, spiritual awakening is much more than just feeling good or thinking positively. It's a fundamental paradigm shift in how you perceive reality, yourself, and the world. This change is a deep reset in your energy level, psyche, and even physiology. Hidden reality. At a deeper level, spiritual awakening means a break from collective and individual unconscious programming. From the moment we are born, we are influenced by the beliefs, norms, and expectations passed down to us from society, family, and culture. These programmings have created a false self or ego in us that sees reality through its limiting filters. Spiritual awakening is the moment when these filters begin to collapse and you are, for the first time, able to see reality from a broader and more authentic perspective. This is where you realize that you are not just a physical body or a finite mind, but an infinite essence of consciousness. This transformation is not always easy. It can be accompanied by confusion, and even pain. But it is precisely in these challenges that your true strength lies. Why now cosmic and terrestrial convergences? Why has this phenomenon become so pervasive in this particular age? There are several reasons interwoven, many of which are less noted in other videos. 1. Convergence of cosmic energies. From an esoteric perspective, we are going through a cosmic period that is associated with an increase in the vibrational frequencies of planet Earth. These new energies naturally lift the veil of the collective unconscious and lead humans to awakening. Our bodies are adjusting to these higher frequencies, and this can lead to physical and emotional symptoms that are mistakenly attributed to illness. 2. Global crises as a catalyst. Environmental challenges, economic crises, and social upheavals all serve as wake-up calls. They force us to abandon our old patterns and look for solutions beyond existing systems. These external pressures drive the internal search for meaning and purpose. 3. Information and communication explosion. Unprecedented access to information through the internet has broken cultural and religious boundaries. People now have easy access to ancient wisdom, Eastern philosophies, and new research into consciousness, which in turn helps accelerate the process of awakening. But at the same time, it also brings the challenge of distinguishing real information from pseudoscience. Signs of awakening and their deeper understanding, encountering the shadow. The signs of spiritual awakening can be very diverse, but a deeper understanding of them is the key to getting through this stage. Many focus only on the positive signs, but we must also face the dark night of the soul and shadow work. Severe sensitivity. Suddenly you become more sensitive to sounds, lights, energies of others, and even foods. This is due to the increase in your vibrational frequency affecting your nervous system. Feeling alone and separated. You may feel disconnected from your friends, family, and previous environment. This is a sign that you are no longer aligned with your old vibrations and have started on a new path. This solitude is an opportunity to introspect and discover your true self. Lucid dreams and projective experiences. your subconscious mind becomes more active and begins to communicate with higher dimensions. These dreams can be guides and messengers, revealing repetitive patterns and old pains. This is where we enter the shadow realm. Spiritual awakening, like a powerful searchlight, pulls out all the unhealed wounds, limiting beliefs, and destructive repetitive patterns from your unconscious. This pain is not for torture, but for clarity and liberation. Ignoring this part leads to a spiritual bypass where the person avoids facing their real pain with false positive thinking and never fully heals. This is where our video stands out from the rest. True healing begins with facing the darkness within, not denying it. Desire for a more meaningful life. Suddenly, your previous job, relationship, or lifestyle no longer has meaning. This is an invitation to align with your soul's higher purpose. These symptoms are signs of an internal renovation. Instead of fearing them, accept them as guides on your journey. From the ego to the higher self, the main mechanism of transformation. The main mechanism of spiritual awakening lies in the transition from ego rule to the higher self. Ego. This is the part of us that operates based on fear, survival, need for approval, and separation. The ego is afraid of change and wants to keep you in your safe and familiar zone, even if that zone is not good for you. The ego lives with the past and the future and is not in the present moment. Superior self. This is the part of you that is connected to cosmic wisdom, full of unconditional love, abundance, and higher purpose. Your higher self always lives in the present moment, and its guidance is always for your growth and perfection. Fundamental change. Spiritual awakening is the process of gradual dissolution of ego structures and activation of the channel of communication with the higher self. This does not mean the destruction of the ego, but the transformation of the ego from a master to a servant. This development is accompanied by a change in the channels of receiving your information. Instead of relying solely on logic and the five senses, you begin to receive information through intuition, inspiration, and deeper feelings. This is where your true power is revealed in co-creating reality, not through struggle, but through alignment with the flow of existence. Practical and deep exercises to accelerate and deepen awakening. Now that you have a deeper understanding of spiritual awakening, it's time to move on to practical exercises. These exercises have their roots in the ancient wisdom of all nations and are applicable to anyone, regardless of religious or cultural beliefs. The goal is to activate your inner potential and align with your higher self. 1. Silent witness practice. Purpose. Disconnecting from the noise of the mind and observing thoughts and feelings without judgment. This exercise reduces the power of the ego and creates more space for the higher self. Method. Sit in silence for a few minutes a few times a day. Close your eyes. Let the thoughts come and go, but don't get caught up in them. Just witness without identifying with them. Whenever you find yourself distracted, gently bring your attention back to your breathing. This practice is deeper than simple meditation because it focuses on non-engaged observation. 2. Working with shadows, talking to excluded parts. Purpose. Confronting and integrating the dark and unwanted parts of the personality that have been repressed in the unconscious. This is the key to healing deep pain. Method. Find a quiet place. Close your eyes, think of a negative trait in yourself that you are ashamed of, e.g., anger, jealousy, fear. Visualize this feature in your mind as an object, a color, or an image. Then ask it, what is your message for me, or why are you here? Talk to it, ask it what needs it has that are not being met. Listen to the answers. The goal is not to judge, but to understand and accept. This practice will help you release suppressed energy and access the wisdom hidden in your shadow. 3. Heart activation, unconditional love meditation. Purpose. Opening the heart center, heart chakra, and activating the energy of love, compassion, and forgiveness. This energy is the strongest force of co-creation. Method: sit in a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to the center of your chest, where your heart is. Imagine an emerald green or bright pink light shining there. Let this light spread, first covering your entire body, then your room, your house, your city, your country, and finally your whole world. This light is the energy of unconditional love. Send it to those you love, those you challenge, and to all beings. This practice greatly raises your vibration and connects you to the source of cosmic love. 4. Grounding and clearing energy. Purpose: connecting to earth energy for stability and draining negative energies, especially during awakenings when you may feel restless. Method: stand barefoot on dirt, grass, or sand. Imagine roots going deep into the ground from the soles of your feet. Allow all negative energies, stress, and worries to return to the earth through these roots and be absorbed and transformed by the earth. Then, imagine the life-giving and healing energy of the earth flowing into you through these roots, filling your entire being with freshness and stability. 5. Developing intuition question from higher self. Purpose: strengthening the channel of communication with the higher self and receiving inner guidance. Method: before going to sleep or in a quiet moment, ask yourself a specific and important question. For example, what is the right path for my next step? Then ask your higher self to show you the answer clearly. You may receive answers in dreams, sudden inspirations, signs throughout the day, or even the words to a song. Trusting these signs is the key to developing intuition. These exercises are powerful tools for mastering your awakening journey. Do them with patience, persistence, and faith. Spiritual awakening is a path, not a destination. It is a journey towards discovering the deepest truths of your being and aligning with your soul's highest purpose. This era is a unique opportunity for individual and collective transformation. Don't be afraid of challenges, because they are your bridges to higher consciousness. Remember, you are not alone. Millions of people around the world are experiencing this transformation. Using the tools you learned today, you can walk this path with full awareness and power and become the conscious creator of your own reality. Now that you have discovered these hidden truths, I want you to do some reflection. Which of these concepts or exercises resonated with you the most? What part of your awakening journey is unfolding now? In the comments section, tell us what new insights you gained and how this video changed your perspective. Your comments are very valuable to us and the esoteric science community. If you enjoyed this deep and transformative content, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. I wish happiness and peace for each of you dear ones. And I entrust you dear ones to God's loving and loving hands. Be happy and smiling in the shelter of the merciful God. God bless you.